Hello, and welcome to Silicon Valley Girls Chat Over Tea. I'm Gloria.
And I'm Rosetta, and thank you everyone for tuning in to our weekly chats. Yay! Hey, how about liking our chats when you watch them? The best way to do that, so we know, is to hit the thumbs up icon and to subscribe below. We'd love for you to subscribe. And if you don't want to miss any of our chats, then hit that bell button notification and you'll be notified whenever any of our chats get uploaded. So you'll be the first to watch them. Okay, today, what am I drinking for my tea? And it's another one that I've done before, and it's called Throat Soother, even though I have nothing to soothe because I do not have a sore throat. It's
no sore throat.
Nothing wrong with my throat, organic. And I love it because you might see this little thing going on with me. I have this thing about certain ingredients I like in my tea. It's licorice and turmeric. And this one does have licorice root and turmeric in it. It also has marshmallow root. And let's see what else it has in there. It has fennel fruit, cinnamon bark, ginger. My eyesight's so bad, it's getting smaller. Sweet orange peel, peppermint leaf. Okay, so that's what it is. It's organic throat soother. There you go. Don't think you can see it. Can you see it? There you go. That's good. Throat soother. But I didn't buy it for the throat soothing part. I got it for the ingredients. And it's organic. There you go. And I've had it seeping, so I'm going to do my cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. And let's hear what you're drinking, Gloria.
So I actually went to my studio over the weekend, and I couldn't help myself. I brought our favorite tea.
I'm jealous.
I know. This is the
sweet rose. Oh my Lord. Okay.
Yes. It just smells so good. This is a holy basil blend. It is holy basil, Eastern Indian basil, organic chamomile, organic rose petals, organic lemon, and organic stevia leaf.
Nice. And I do remember when you first got that as a gift from someone. Oh my goodness, that smells.
Yes. Lauren Delp gifted this to us, because she's like, oh, you're doing tea, you should check it out. So Lauren, I'm back at it. We love it. Cheers.
Cheers again. There you
go. I love it. All right, so let's get this party started. So as we always do, we're going to kick it off with Ellen. Ellen always reminds us to be kind to one another and to listen to one another. And most recently, I'm sure most of you have heard that there's something going on with the Ellen show. I thought she went off the air just because it's summertime and it's her summer break. Apparently, there's lots of discussions going on the internet regarding her executive management team and how they treat people. Rosetta actually found some information more specific about this.
Yes, I did. And so Ellen does always go on vacation every summer. And I think it's a coincidence that this has just come at this unusual time during the summer, but we're not going to probably hear from her until she comes back on air, whenever that happens. But I did see this article. It's from entertainmentweekly.com, and I just want to read some of it to you. So the investigation comes after a BuzzFeed news report featured one current and 10 former staffers who spoke anonymously about their experience on set, which they described as a toxic work environment filled with racism, intimidation, and fear. In the piece, Black employees spoke about racial I'm like...
I know those eyes. I know, honey. I know.
Spoke about racial miscongregation. Oh my God, I can't even read. Microaggression. they experienced and said that they feared retribution for raising complaints. Others claimed they were fired after taking medical leave or bereavement days to attend family funerals. Now, here is something that the other executives talked about, and I don't want to read the whole thing because it's quite a lot, but I guess they said some of the staffers were interviewed, and they said producers and other senior managers for the day-to-day, they were talking about the day-to-day toxicity, and others said they were told by their direct managers, this is not Ellen, but by their direct managers, they were
Right.
told not to speak to Degeneres if they saw her around the office. And one former employee noted that since it's Ellen's name on the show, she really needs to take more responsibility. No specific allegations were made against Degeneres, who has hosted the program since 2003. And since Degeneres is on vacation, she's yet to say anything. But some of her executive producers, of course, you know, Mary and Andy and Ed, they released a joint statement, and it says, over the course of nearly 2 decades, 3,000 episodes, and employing over 1,000 staff members, we have thrived to create an open, safe, and conclusive work environment. That's what the statement read. We are truly heartbroken and sorry to learn that even one person in our production family has had a negative experience. It's not who we are and not who we strive to be, and not the mission Ellen has set for us. For the record, the day-to-day responsibilities of the Ellen Show is completely on us. We take all of this very seriously, and we realize, as many in the world are learning, that we need to do better. We are committed to do better, and we will do better. So that's what was said in this article. And from reading that, you know, we both, Gloria and I both love Ellen, and we just know that's not her, because she's just kind and loves everyone. And as this article said, it was not Ellen, because she doesn't run the day-to-day the operations of the show. It's managers and executives. So in my opinion, I don't believe that it's directly coming from her. It's coming from her managers that she's employed to run everything behind the scenes. And I'm pretty sure I'm sure Ellen has heard about this and is mortified just like we are. So we're really hoping that something comes of it and she says something and talks about it. Maybe Gloria, you want to say something about this?
You know, I agree with you that I know Ellen will address this, and it is my hopes and prayers that she has nothing to do with this, because the person that we have all grown to know and love is such a sweet, kind, loving person, a sweet, kind, loving woman. So I understand, you know, bad behaviors. This is the way it is in the industry. Those kind of things happen. So I am just hoping that it's all going to come out in the wash. And when she comes back, she is going to take care of this, let everyone know what happened, how it happened, and then we'll just be able to move on from there with even better shows. Because one of the things she did at one of her last shows at home was she said for the next 2 years, she was going to dedicate her shows for personal growth, to bringing out all of this that's going on, because she had no idea that people were being treated the way they were. And she wants to make sure that she can bring out and identify areas where we have opportunities to become better human beings. So that's the Ellen that I know, and that's the Ellen that I hope the world will continue to experience. Yes,
and we'll keep you updated on what happens.
Yes, we will. So current hot items we're going to discuss. It has been a pretty sad week with the passing of Regis Philbin. He was categorized in a tribute from ABC on 2020 last night as the morning maestro. Apparently, if there was a new show that was going to be launched, his name would always come up because they said he had the magic touch. He could take anything and make it fun. They did a whole historical walk of his life, different co-anchors that have been with him on his journey. And I mean, everyone knows that Kathy Lee Gifford and Kelly Ripa have been the longest, most recent. And they both have shared that they are sorry for his passing. They send their thoughts and their love to his wife, Joy, and they had 2 girls, 2 daughters. So we also send our thoughts and prayers to the Philbin family and the extended family of ABC who knew and loved him.
Yes, thank you.
Yes. The next thing is Senator John Lewis, who had been battling pancreatic cancer, lost his battle. Initially, he laid in state in Washington, D.C. That happened on Monday. And there was sort of like a memorial service, and Nancy Pelosi was the spearhead. She was one of the keynote speakers. And what they did is they allowed John Lewis's voice to do his own eulogy, which was amazing. He talked about being kind and loving, and if you see something's wrong, say something. Don't just let it continue to foster. Even Speaker of the House, Mitch McConnell, also talked a little bit about John Lewis. For me, I was able to look at the information, and I could see the authenticness of people, and I could see people who were just there to fake it. And in the words of John Lewis, if you got to fake it, don't come around. So let's figure out a way, people, how to be more authentic in our communication. He was a great man. He will be greatly, greatly missed. And it was just sad of his passing. Today, he lies in state in his home state of Georgia. He's in Atlanta. So the people there will have an opportunity to express their love for him as well.
He will be missed. He was an inspiration and a motivator.
Yes, very much so. President, keep doing that. Vice President Biden and his wife, Jill Biden, Dr. Jill Biden, actually went to pay their respect, and they closed their eyes and they lightly put their hand on the casket. It was very beautiful and very touching. And that's what I think we need right now. We need love, we need touching, because this COVID doesn't allow us to touch that much. So it was very sweet to see them do that. So the Emmy nominations were announced yesterday by Leslie Jones, and Leslie Jones knocked it out the park. She's so expressive. So she would say, and the nominees are, and then she would say, oh, I love that show. I love that show. I mean, it was just very, very cute. The actual event will be held on Sunday, September 20th, and it's going to be hosted by the beloved Jimmy Kimmel. So mark that on your calendar. You know, I know you think, oh, I won't forget, but things are happening so fast around us, you might forget. So make a note, because I think that'll be a fun night.
And we'll remind everyone closer to the time, as we always do.
Yes, absolutely. And I am a soap opera girl. I have always been a ABC soap opera girl. So I used to watch All My Children, One Life to Live, and General Hospital. As life has evolved, all of those shows have slowly faded away. First, we lost One Life to Live. Then we lost the wonderful All My Children with Erica Kane. I mean, you'd have to be under a rock not to know who Erica Kane is. Well, General Hospital was the only one on ABC that's still been running. And on NBC, they have Days of Our Lives. Well, ABC, General Hospital, has started doing infomercials coming back Monday, all new episodes. Not just that I'm excited to see General Hospital come back to the air. How did they do that? How did they figure out how to sequester so that they could go back? Because as you know, soap opera scenes, they're always touching, hugging, kissing,
Kissing.
romantic. How are they going to do that? Are they going to have everybody stand in opposite corners? So I'm excited to see the rebirth of General Hospital and how it is post-COVID.
Yes, I'm not much of a soap opera girl myself, but it would be interesting to find out. And you said it's coming back on Monday?
Yes, it starts back on Monday. And I
Okay,
mean,
well, you'll have to do a little recap for us on Wednesday of how
oh,
it went and how they
yes,
did it, getting so close to each other.
yes, I'm excited to share that. I think that'll be exciting. So now we're going to talk a little bit about our COVID update. California, unfortunately, you know, we're big. So I keep telling myself it's all in volume. California is now the #1 state that the COVID virus is affecting, and it's mostly affecting Central California and our Latino population. Now, one of the things that some people may know or may not know, I've got lots and lots of friends who are Latinos, and one of my friends, she's like a sister to me. I love her, love her, love her family. So her kids call me Auntie Gloria. My kids call her Auntie Nancy. We're close like that. Well, they do something a little different in that it doesn't matter about age. You can still live at home at 50 if you want to. So their households are full of multi-generational ages, and they all go out to work, and then they come back home, and then they eat and they socialize together. So I'm always checking in on Nancy. How are you doing? How's the family? Is everybody being safe? So I understand. And then the Latino community spends a lot of time out in the fields picking the produce that we eat. They are constantly doing things for us on our behalf. And like I've shared with you, as a little girl, my grandmother wanted me to learn values. She had me picking things. It's hot. So I can't imagine trying to pick and wear a mask. And I'm sure at a certain point they're thinking, I'm so hot, if I keep the mask on, I'm going to fall out. So I'm going to put the mask under my chin so I can do my job. All I can do is say, please try and social distance. Don't believe that you don't have to do that anymore. You have to do it even more right now, because we want you to be safe. We want you to really, really take good care of yourself. Some people have even shared with me yesterday when our governor did the announcement. He was in Stockton. And one of the things he did is his doctor gave an update talking about the volumes and where we were and what our percentiles are compared to other states, and what he wants to do, what our target ratios are. And then that doctor brought up another doctor, and granted, the intention was to speak to the Latino community. However, I think the governor missed a step because there were no English subtitles. The person that signs was standing with her arms folded because she didn't understand what the person was saying. It would have been an opportunity to bring us all together so everyone heard the same message, because we want to make sure that we're all hearing the same message. I thought it was a little strange. However, I've had friends that have, commented to me that they thought the governor missed an opportunity there, because if he had put the English subtitles up, then it would have been a very, broad viewing, because some people turned it off because you didn't know what he was saying.
Well, you would have thought that he should have known this, that someone was going to come up and speak in Spanish, and they should have made accommodations for that, right? Because during that time that someone's speaking in another language, what are we supposed to do that don't understand Spanish? Twiddle our thumbs, right?
Right. And
Yeah.
I think that's why people hung up, they just turned the TV off. So I agree. I think it was a missed opportunity for him. So unfortunately, the COVID parties are still continuing on. I've racked my mind. I just cannot understand what our children are thinking of, that, it's just a party. It's just a virus, this too shall pass. And I do believe eventually it will, because just as one time we had the flu and it was detrimental and we figured out how to live with it, and SARS, very bad. We figured out how to live with it. It's just that for some reason, this virus, such a high level that it's not a, come see, come saw. You have to be on it. You have to be very, very attentive of your action. And Rosetta and I were always talking about this. You have to wear your mask. 6 feet is not really the distance that the goal. It's more like 10 to 12 feet. So try and stay away from people, give yourself some space. You can't go to a party and dancing and singing because they're droplets. Droplets come out of the mouth as you speak. So just think about that before you throw another party. And anyone going to the party, you should really, really think about it, because not only are you putting your life at risk, you're putting everyone you come in contact's life at risk.
And this is very,
go ahead.
This is very different, I just want to say, from just a regular normal flu, because it's a new virus and we've never had it before. And we've noticed over time that there are new symptoms coming out that we never saw before. And it's not only affecting older people as we thought originally, or people that have underlying health conditions, but it's affecting anyone of any race and any age. So no one is exempt from this. So as Gloria said, we all have to take it seriously. And we don't know if we catch this, who we're going to infect. And even if we catch it, we don't know if we're going to be seriously ill, be on a ventilator, be intubated. And a lot of people that have recovered from this, some of them have, lifelong scarring, which is another thing that you have to live with. Yeah. Yes. So that's what I really wanted to say, is that it's more serious than people think it is.
And, this week we learned that one of the security persons very close to President has it. He has COVID. In addition, the helicopter pilots that shuttled the president back and forth, they tested positive. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. And, Rosetta and I saw a video of a young girl. She's only 16 years old, and she got it twice. So now the question is, how many times can you get this? Everyone thought if I got it, my body would build the antibodies and that would be it. Not necessarily the case.
No, there are a lot of people now that I've been hearing have it twice. And do we want to show the video? Because I can show the video if you really want.
Sure.
Okay, so we're going to show this short video, share my screen and show it because it really hits home. All right. Oh, sorry, commercials as usual.
I know.
All right, hurry up, video.
I know. Usually,
okay.
Yep, by now.
Here you go.
All right.
You hear so many stories about having it.
Poor baby.
I was just thinking, this is way worse than I imagined it to be.
Let me put it on full screen.
Okay, and maybe turn the volume up so they can hear it. Such a pretty girl.
I'm sorry, the internet connection is bad today for some reason.
I was just waking up and, needing a breath from waking up. So I called my mom back again and I was like, yeah, I'm having trouble breathing. It felt like I was getting too
I can't hear her, just so you know.
Go of the air. Felt like the air was trapped. She told me she was so winded that she had a hard time
walking. So at that point, I was staying calm, but I gave my keys to the boss. I said, listen, I'm going early to lunch. I don't know if I'll be back. By the time I got home, I asked her to walk, and she was so lethargic, so weak, she could barely stand up.
I'm glad we have the subtitles because you can't hear what they're saying.
The sedative did help because when you feel like you can't breathe, you're like, oh my God, I can't breathe, which makes it even worse.
Oh,
Felt like weights were sitting right here on my chest. Like I could not get barely any air in. I had the biggest headache. It felt like my head was like a hot air balloon. I was just gonna explode. But I was like, I don't want to go back if we don't have to. You know what I mean?
Look at all those tubes she's tied up to. Crazy.
Doesn't care how old you are. It will infect the young as well as the age, just doesn't matter. So I think it's important that young people know that.
The trip to the hospital the second time was heartbreaking. She had no energy, she couldn't breathe. And what I do recall is her telling me she wants her dad. I wish my dad was here. Her dad passed away 10 years ago this month.
So sad.
yeah, she's calling for her daddy and he's not there.
So my heart was, I was really alarmed at that. I was just inside, I was dying. And then she told me also in a way that she wanted her grandfather. And her grandfather died the same day her dad died 5 years later. So I told her, I said, they're here, they're with you, they're looking out for you. And she said, it's not the same. I wish they were here. I really need them to be here.
I think it was a bit of different medication than what I'd previously been taking, but they were just giving me the medication and it started fully kicking in. So since they saw improvements and stuff, they decided, okay, so we're just going to continue all this at home.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't think about the medical bills, how much that would come up to.
Absolutely.
But we did talk
I mean, I think people think also, well,
he
you know,
said it's going
it's
to take
covered,
about 6 weeks.
but if you're going out of your way, maybe not.
Overall, I just feel way better than when I left the hospital. My breathing has been fine. I'm just still kind of weak, you know what I mean? But I can still do stuff.
See, she feels better, but she's not 100%.
Received a letter via email from the Southern Nevada Health District, and Katie has actually been cleared to resume complete normal activities today, not tomorrow.
Oh my gosh.
So I wanted to share that with you guys together. Providing, you know, if she's weak or whatever, I'll keep her in, but she actually can put a mask on as of today, and she can go and get her Dutch brothers. So I think
Dutch
she's gonna be really
brothers.
happy about that.
Yes.
What is that?
I don't know, but she really, look at how happy she is.
Yeah, that's the video. There you go. So she had it twice, and it is not something that you take lightly. It does not look comfortable, and when they're testing for you, they swab it. Well, for her, they actually went all the way up her nostril, but when I had the COVID test done, they only went midway, so it wasn't as bad. So I'm not sure if, depending where you go, they may do it differently. Some may do it all the way up, some may just do it midway. I got lucky. I didn't have the symptoms. I just went because we'd just come back from a mini vacation and we just wanted to make sure that we didn't have it.
All right. So be careful, everyone. Be safe. The big question in California right now, as it is all around the United States, should our children go back to school? And a teacher here in Northern California did a post, and she says, I cannot teach if I'm dead. That to me was just very profound. How much more do you need to know? So even though people in Washington, D.C. keep saying, you got to open up, kids got to go back to school. If the kids go back to school and this virus is not controlled, this is not going to be pretty.
Yeah, luckily my son's school, he's going to be a junior come next month, and they're all doing online learning. And I think that's just how it should be. I mean, I don't understand. It's ridiculous. What are people thinking? There's just way too much at risk.
Yes.
Going back to school. It really is.
It really is. And I mean, you know, because I saw a commercial. So this young man flew, like say he was in New York and he flew to California to see his mom. And he goes to where she's working. She has on a mask. He has on a mask. She walks out from behind the area where they cook the food. She's walking through a door, and you know, she's talking to someone, and she looks over at him and she looks back. And then someone says something to her and she looks at him again and she goes, oh my God. She rips that mask off and runs into his arms. That's the problem. That's why you can't these are grown people. Could you imagine a child that hasn't seen her best friend for like 3, 4, 5 months? They are going to embrace. There's nothing you can do to keep them away from it. They'll sit, you know, side by side, and they'll take their little hands and they'll move their fingers until they can touch. It's just human nature to touch. So why put our kids at risk like that?
I know there's nothing good that comes of it. Yeah, teachers, I feel really, really bad for teachers because they're stuck in a really bad situation. They love to teach and they want to see their students again, but they just don't want to get the risk of it. And you're right. How can you teach when you're dead? It's life or death. Basically, it's life or death.
Absolutely. You know, we also have churches. So should the archdiocese crack down and find church who are holding in-person services? They have proven over and over again, when people are in church and they're singing, that the droplets are just moving around, and before you know it, they're coming down with COVID. So, you know, it's everywhere. And Rosetta was telling me that sports-wise, NBA players have been sequestered in Florida in the lap of luxury. Now
they're in their bubble.
They're in their bubble. And we know earlier this week that the Major League Baseball players, there was a game scheduled this week between Miami Marlins and the Philadelphia Phillies. Well, players tested positive, so they had to cancel the game. Now, the NFL players are concerned for their families, and they're like, okay, so you're going to have me in a bubble in my city. However, we have to play someone coming from another bubble in their city. So it's so hard. And so the football and the baseball are having their own issues, why the NBA, what Rosetta says, they're just living it up in luxury.
Well, they're in their bubble, and what I see of it is they are living the lap of luxury. And I just wanted to show you, this is a bit older, but when they first all arrived in the bubble, they checked, you know, a lot of the players, they took videos and everything. So you can see 1,000 videos on YouTube, but they show one particular player shows what they get. And they got some nice gifts. And I'm just going to just show you a clip of it as to exactly what they get. So here you go. Let's reduce this down. Come on now. What happened here? Stop sharing. Okay, stop sharing. Be nice. Okay, now to share again. Okay, sorry. This is just share.
Hey, we're learning as we go. We're sharing.
You are. How do I get rid of this screen? This is annoying me.
Well, if you hit the little button to play. You might have to hit the play and then scroll it to get to the point you want to show.
Well, that's not the right video.
Oh. Well,
We're
if
gonna
you
just exit from this video. Here you go. Sorry, everyone. This is all, technology is great, but then it's not so great sometimes. Okay, I had it all set up. Here you go. Oh, see, technologies again. This is like, I had it all set up and this is what it's showing me. I have to go from the beginning. So he's showing his room. This is a play. He's showing the room. I don't know why he's showing the bathroom and the toilet and everything. And then here you're going to get, okay, let's start here.
So that's his bag.
He's speaking French.
Oh, okay. We hear nothing. I just see the picture, no volume.
He's not saying anything.
Oh, he's just going to show us.
You can see from there what he has.
What is that?
It looks,
that
I'm not really sure. Is it a cell
Yep,
phone?
that's what it looks like.
Well, he's a player and he's speaking French, so we don't understand what he's saying, but
Okay.
we just wanted to show you what they got.
Well, there's his mask. He has a daily health check. Oh,
The coloring book.
yeah, but they're adult. Okay.
Set of crayons.
Okay. Colored pencils.
Dawn, like they're going to do any washing up.
Yeah, like they're going to wash. Well, maybe they have to wash their own dishes.
Oh, wash their own utensils in their room.
Oh, okay.
Because they can't be sharing, right?
That's pretty cool. A nice little compact of a plate. His own knife, fork, spoons.
What is this? Oh, it's all the junk, all the snacks.
You guys supposed to be, oh, Doritos, come on.
Velveeta cheese, mac and cheese. Oh my goodness. Swedish fish.
Doritos have, what is that stuff?
MSG.
Yes.
And coloring.
Some of them too.
Artificial coloring.
Yes, ma'am.
Look at that, all the masks.
Wow. Wow.
Hand sanitizer.
Well, that's good.
Wow, they get a lot of gifts.
Yes. A letter from the commissioner. I know his first name's Adam. I can't remember his.
Oh, it is right, because it said Adam when they signed it.
Yeah.
Now, what is this? Wow. That looks like a heavy bag.
Yes, it does. Got lots of goodies in it.
Looks like some gadgets or something.
Yes. On Good Morning America, oh, I guess they get a laptop. The commissioner, Adam, said that, oh, Fire Stick.
Nice.
That they are supposed to wear their mask at all times other than when they're actually playing basketball.
Yep.
They're tested every day.
Okay, what is that?
I don't know.
Is he going to open it out and show us? He's one-handed, holding the camera in one hand.
Right. Yep, he's going to open it up.
What is that? A blanket? An NBA blanket?
I don't
throw?
know.
I think it's a throw. Nice.
Oh, nice terry cloth robe.
It's that nice, soft. Well, there you go. That's what they get. Okay.
Okay.
There he's doing his workouts there.
Okay.
But as you can see, they get a lot of stuff. And some of the other videos they show where they ate, And they have it like a vending machine, but not really a vending machine. And they have everything in individual cartons.
Right. Oh, okay.
So they have everything under the sun, all the food they want.
Yes. Well, I just want them to be safe because eventually they have to go back home, and a lot of those players have wives, children, families. So be very, very careful, guys.
Yep.
So now we're going to move on to protesting in America. As we have all seen, the president has been sending to Portland specific, talking about sending to all the states unidentified troops. And these individuals are using real tear gas, not pepper spray, real tear gas and plastic bullets on the citizens of Portland, Oregon. It is the saddest thing I think I have ever seen. It's their right to protest as long as it's peaceful, and yet they are attacking them. And, I've had people say to me, well, they're just, thugs. And I'm like, no, they're not. These are good people who are trying to make a point and to stand up for all of us. And so we got that going on. And then in Washington, we have misinformation coming out. So, yesterday, Barr was testifying, and he says one thing. Like he would say, for example, they said to him, the president tweeted da 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 da, and he'd say, oh, I don't read the president's tweets. Well, how can you be the man that's supposed to be second in command to the president, and you don't monitor and know what he's saying and what he's doing? So that kind of made him look, awful. The fighting between, Barr and the senators was sad, because they're going to have to figure out how to work together and how to collaborate, because as an American citizen, I want my world to be better and to be safe. And, Mary Trump's book came out. On the first day, she sold almost 1 million copies. So Americans are interested to know what's behind our president. Why does our president act the way that he does? And why do people let him do the things that doesn't make him look like a good president? Why doesn't someone sit him down and say, Mr. President, you get more with honey than you do with vinegar, and we can collaborate with all of the governors and all of the mayors, and we can make everything so much better. We can work on the unrest in America, and we can give the people the voice to be heard.
Yep, and her books, actually, she sold 950 copies of her book when it first came out. And actually, I would be quite interested in reading some of that, because she was interviewed in a few shows, and I believe that what she said has great merit. So we're not surprised that a lot of people purchased her book.
Yeah, they're very interested to know what's going on. And one thing I wanted to mention that I understand this, because Andy Cohen had COVID-19. He recovered. He had the antibodies. He went back in for a second evaluation. His antibodies have gotten even stronger. However, he is a gay man. He is not allowed to donate blood. He is not allowed to donate his antibodies. I, know people who have, say, for example, sickle cell anemia, which kills you. And yet another Black person could have diabetes. Now, diabetes might make you sick, but you can learn how to control it and to live. Yet a person that is classified as diabetic cannot donate blood. You would think in 2020, there would be a way of trying to make things better so that someone like an Andy Cohen who wants to donate his blood would be allowed to donate his blood to save lives.
Yeah, and I'm wondering, why are they saying he's not allowed to donate blood?
Because he's gay.
Yeah,
they told him that. It's because he's gay.
Yeah, but that doesn't, to me, that's like, so what? I'm gay. So what?
Exactly. I completely agree.
Don't understand.
We don't understand. We just want to share the information with you because, you know, the time's coming for us all to let our voices be heard.
Yep.
So just before we leave today, we're going to do our little helpful tip of the day. So Rosetta?
All right. Yes. Last week we gave some tips. I gave a tip and Gloria gave a tip. I'm actually going to continue on where I left off, which was how to support your immune system. And last week I gave one tip. This week I'm going to give another one. And another great way to support your immune system is to up your intake of fruits, veggies, and berries and lower your intake of meat produce. So fruits, veggies, and berries are very helpful because they have phytonutrients, which is plant nutrients, and antioxidants that they boost or support your immune system, and they actually protect your good cells from getting damaged from all those sickness, viruses, and foreign pathogens that enter your body. So if your immune system is boosted, you will have a reduced risk of catching sickness or any kind of viruses. Not to say that you will never catch a virus, but if you do, it determines how sickly you will get. And if you get injured or you're sick, sometimes your recovery time is much quicker than someone whose immune system is suppressed or lowered. So up your intake of fruits, veggies, and berries, everyone, because they are our medicine, basically. So that's my tip of the day, tip of the week, actually. And you, Gloria, over to you.
All right. And mine is still talking about water. Last week, I talked about my Ancient Elixir setting spray. It naturally moisturizes the skin. I'm getting positive feedback from ladies saying that my elixir is keeping my makeup on my face and off my mask. So when I am able to take off my mask, I can look a little like my normal self. So today I want to also talk to you about hydration, especially being sheltered at home. We're not drinking enough water. Make sure you increase your volume of water. I think the standard is like 8-ounce glasses. So what I do is I have my tea mug. Look at that big dog mom, she who must be obeyed. That is the truth. I try and drink, 4 of those at least a day. And then, other little drinks that I have, sparkling water or something like that. Because if you get enough hydration, your skin will be very soft and very pliable. So listen to Rosetta, pump up the vitamins, pump up the fruits and the vegetables. And if you can't get them any other way, she has great products that will actually, vitamins and supplements that can also help you. And as we continue to have discussions, we'll talk more about that. And hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. So in closing, we wanted to remind you all that time's coming. So hashtag vote 2020. Let your voice be heard. You may think, oh, I'm just one person. What is my vote going to mean? If we take 100 of those, what is my vote going to mean? And then we take 1,000 and then 100,000 and then 1,000,000. That's how we show up and that's how we vote.
Yes, and we're just under 100 days away from the election day. If you have not registered, please register. We really, really strongly recommend you register and vote. That's our voice. And it's hashtag vote 2020 if any of you are going to do any postings on social media.
Yes, and we're going to wear that out. Hashtag vote 2020.
Yes, we are.
Wow, we have covered a lot of things. This is a full video. I think this is the longest video we've ever done. So thank you for hanging in to the end and participating in our sharing of information.
Yes, we love chatting with you every week. And another quick reminder, we'd love for you to like our videos, to subscribe, and to hit the bell notification if you don't want to miss our chats. But we really love coming to you wherever you are, in America, all over the globe, wherever. We just love you watching us. Thanks a lot. And remember that if anyone, because we are Silicon Valley Girls Chat over tea, if you sell teas, know someone that sells a tea, has a tea shop, we would love to try your teas and share them and review them in our upcoming chats. So you can
Yes.
comment below. And as always, remember to always keep smiling. Take care now. Bye-bye. Stay safe, everyone. Toodles.